Now, what I believe about this war, just my thoughts. You notice you always see huge distractions and cover-ups. Notice at first it was all about talking about the P. Diddy. And then the focus became on Epstein, or some may pronounce it Epstein, Jeffrey Epstein, however you want to pronounce his last name. When you know you got people in high positions, just like I said, Puff Daddy got a lot of dirt on folks in high positions. You don't think Jeffrey do? Now, they got this ongoing argument about if Diddy and Jeffrey had something going together, in this thing together, with the sex trafficking or whatever. But they do this so they can show you what they want to show you on the news, while they already behind the scenes got the next thing about to hit. See, they want you to think it's all about war, Iran versus this and all this. And they're not talking about how much money being wasted on war, on weapons, on drone planes. And every time you keep focusing on what CNN and Fox 4 is throwing out, you notice it's gas prices rising, the oil, groceries, economic hardships once again. Because if you can stay distracted and focus on other things and lies, then they can keep pushing their agenda. But those that are spiritually woke, you already know what time it is. You see past all of that. And you know this is always a distraction. And when you look at Trump, just like Dexter just said, being used like a puppet, we said the same thing when Obama was in office, being used like a puppet. Because like I talked about in the video with Black Rock, when we talked about all the ones in high position, those that own the stuff that faces you never see, why do you think they never are shown on media? I told y'all this a long time ago about Mark Zuckerberg or some of these people that's wealthy and high position. You don't ever see them online talking about what they doing. He owns Facebook, or Meta World, whatever you want to call it, the Meta. You don't ever see them posting stuff. They sit back and watch. They looking and they observing, and they steady pushing their agenda. And they want to keep you so lost in reality on what's really going on out here. So that's what I think about with this. And they always making these cases long and long, and I know trials take time, but if you think about what's going on, you see a cover-up, you see a distraction. Sex trafficking been going on a long time. You don't think for one second they could have locked Sean Combs up years ago? Same thing I said about R. Kelly. People be knowing what's going on, and a lot of them be involved. So they know that P. Diddy got a lot of dirt on a lot of people, and some of them is in that government officials, Congress. You know it. They may not never admit it and show it, but you know it, because you don't know who be at those parties. It ain't just rappers and singers, R&B. Man, you got people that's in high positions that are freaks. This stuff been going on a long time ago. What was that, 1990 something, when, what was that show Puff Daddy was on being interviewed, when he told them years ago, that was probably 20-something years ago, when he said, I know I'm probably gonna get arrested for my type of parties. He was trying to get some kind of license or something for the parties, and he was saying back then, I'm gonna get locked up because my parties are wild. You don't know what's going. He let you know a long time ago. But how many people here that went over? All this stuff is a distraction. What you seeing is the economy doing what it always do. The government doing what the government do. The government showing you distractions. And next thing you know, they're going to say it's another government shutdown. And this going to happen. Then, like I say, you're going to see martial law is already in effect. You're going to see things happen faster than you think. Because the world have to get ugly and more ugly, so that false peace Don't forget about that part, because a lot of preachers are not teaching about the false peace. And when that false peace set in all the way, how can you straighten up something if it ain't nothing to straighten up? So now you see why the world got to get more and more ugly, more and more chaos. And I'm going to say something as I close. A lot of this stuff, these murders and wicked things, crimes you seeing done, you better realize who's still on this earth. It's a lot of wicked people that ain't human, once again, committing a lot of this stuff. Demons. Shalom.